Former North Adelaide great and ex-Brisbane Lions player Leigh Ryswyk has become the first openly gay man in AFL history. He played 226 games for the Roosters in the South Australian Football League after starting his career as a rookie at the Lions in 2003. Ryswyk decided to speak about his experience in the hope it will make others comfortable about expressing their identity.
Just to be a role model. We need more people talking about this, in our sport, in any community. We need these people out there who, we shouldn't be talking about it. Like, in all honesty, we shouldn't be talking about it, but we are, and I'm glad that we are. And hopefully by talking about it, there's going to be other people who feel comfortable enough to talk about it and be themselves. And that's so important. I know what my journey's been like, and to get to this point. This is not new for a lot of people that I know, but yeah, it's a journey, and if I can help someone, then that's great.
What sort of reaction have you received from other footballers, past and present?
Yeah, it's overwhelmingly supportive. Like, I've had messages and calls from players I've played with previously, obviously players that I play with now, and all supportive. Like, just the love that people give has been amazing, and I'm very thankful that that's what it is. I didn't sort of expect it to get to this point, but for everyone that has reached out, I really do appreciate it, and their support means a lot.
In August last year, former West Coast player Mitch Brown became the first openly bisexual man in AFL history. Brown has described Ryswyk's announcement as a momentous occasion. Mitch, it's great to have you here. You were the first man in the league's 129-year history to come out as bisexual last year. Now Leigh Ryswyk has come out as gay. What was your reaction?
I think, I'm so proud of Leigh. Like, this is a moment of celebration. What a day. It's incredible. I think, it takes me back to when I came out. Obviously, you just said that, and it's like brings this smile, this joy to my face. So I was lucky enough to speak with Leigh this morning, and I could hear that come through his voice. This is just one story, and for the future, we hope we can make this a normal story, right? Not exceptional, but today and Leigh's story, it's time to celebrate. So I'm filled with so much joy.
You were one of the first people to announce and congratulate Leigh on social media. You mentioned that you spoke to him. What were some of the things that you talked about?
Well, I remember I knew that this call was coming, because I was like, okay, he's going to ask for some advice, or I don't know, what can I give him? And I remember the advice that I got from Ian Roberts, the NRL player in the 90s that came out. And Ian said to me, was at the Mardi Gras ball, and he said to me, hey, miss, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it whilst it's last. And that's the simple advice I gave Leigh this morning. He's got a wealth of support and amazing family around him, including his 2 kids. So he's more than capable and fine to navigate this next path. But right now, it's about enjoying it and celebrating this wonderful and important moment.
This is such a personal thing. How hard was it, or would it have been, to just, in the lead up, to come out and express your identity and who you are?
I think it's incredibly hard. I think, I will not speak for Leigh, it's Leigh's story, but for my story, it's like you have these moments of doubt, like I probably won't make a difference. I only played for this long, or I'm not a current player, and I'm sure Leigh had the same things, or even with having kids and a family and the repercussions of, coming out publicly on a big platform. I'm sure he had those, but, I'm just so glad that he shared his story. Every time someone steps up and speaks their truth, there's this shift that happens, right? It's not going to fix, this story is not going to fix a cultural problem within, in particular, the AFL, but it means progress. And that's why we need to shine a light on it. And, I thank spaces like the ABC and you, Danny, and shining a spotlight on queer stories, especially when they're so important in the hypermasculine sports like the AFL.
Was Leigh inspired by you in any way?
No, absolutely not. I think he's got his own story, and he's built up his own confidence of his identity. And, just like I had amazing trailblazers, like the AFLW players, like Ian Roberts, Josh Cavallo, Isaac Humphries in other sports. that paved the way for me to make myself feel a little bit comfortable to then take that step to announce it to the world. And I'm sure Leigh and all those other contributors helped Leigh to, speak up and speak proudly about his identity.
What's your message to the AFL and to someone out there listening who may not be ready to come out with who they are publicly?
I think take your time. Yeah, I mean, we talk about, we just listened to Leigh's story 5 years ago. He came out to his friends and family. For me, it was a similar story. Just take your time. And, and this is from the words from Leigh as well. If you choose not to come out, that's okay too. You still can pursue your dreams and goals around the community, and that does accept you and does feel like you belong.